Right now, the most critical maritime choke point on the planet is effectively broken. In a normal week, over 100 massive commercial vessels transit through the narrow Strait of Hormuz. Over the past week, that number dropped to between 2 and 16 ships a day. For the first time in modern history, both major maritime shortcuts in the Middle East are blocked simultaneously. No Suez Canal shortcut. No Gulf entry. If your business imports electronics, handles raw materials, or relies on global energy, you are currently sitting in the middle of a massive logistics supply shock. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this blockade is forcing carriers to add thousands of dollars in emergency surcharges, why global container fleets are completely tapped out, and what you need to do right now to survive the second half of the year. Welcome back to the Freight Rate Specialist. On this channel, we look past the corporate public relations statements to give you the raw, unedited operational reality of global trade. The ongoing closure of the Strait of Hormuz isn't just an oil or energy issue anymore. It has officially mutated into an all-out container crisis. Let's look at the actual data to see how it affects your freight bills. To understand why your freight rates are spiking, you have to understand vessel capacity. The global fleet is currently running at a near-zero idle rate, meaning almost every single container ship on Earth is already deployed. Because ships cannot enter the Gulf safely, mega carriers like Maersk and MSC have had to trigger emergency routing protocols. Thousands of containers destined for major transshipment hubs like Jebel Ali are being dumped or diverted to outside ports like Sohar or Yanbu. When you force a ship to take a massive detour around Africa or halt its rotation to drop cargo early, you instantly remove available ships from the market. This capacity squeeze is why spot rates from Asia to Northern Europe have surged by over 20% in just a matter of weeks. But here is where it gets highly expensive for businesses. Carriers aren't just raising base rates, they are implementing massive emergency freight increases. If you are shipping a standard dry container anywhere to or from the Upper Gulf, including the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, or Kuwait, carriers are slapping on flat surcharges ranging from $1,800 to $3,000 per box. For reefer and special equipment, those numbers push past $3,800. Worse yet, empty containers are now piling up in congested regional ports and can't rotate back to Asia. This means even if you aren't shipping to the Middle East, the container shortage caused by this crisis is going to drive up your costs on Trans-Pacific and intra-Asia lanes as we head toward the peak season. If you are a procurement manager, do not treat this as a short-term blip. Expect these elevated emergency fees and tight capacity to last for at least the next 4 to 6 months. Talk to your forwarders about multimodal overland alternatives through Saudi Arabia, or look into securing your space allocations now before the July peak demand hits. If you want to stay ahead of these rapid supply chain disruptions and protect your freight budget, hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment below. How much has your forwarder increased your rates since the Hormuz crisis started? Let's talk in the comments. I'm the Freight Rate Specialist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next audit.